Before Botanica, we ran restaurants, we had an advertising agency, we were doing lots and lots of different things. And by the end of all of that, we found ourselves with this amazing home, Villa Botanica, that Ralph created, right on the waterfront in the Whitsundays, overlooking the Coral Sea. I thought, wow, you know, this really is paradise. Although we had everything externally, on the inside it really felt like something was missing. You know, that weird sort of anxious feeling, a bit like the calm before the storm. Well, sure enough, less than 12 months later, we were basically struck by the global financial crisis, which just ripped through the still waters of our life like a big hurricane. Everything that we spent the last 30 years working so hard for just disappearing before our eyes. You know, that feeling of not being fulfilled when we had everything, I thought, how am I going to cope with life with nothing, you know, being worse off than when we started?
I admired both of us, I must say, for handling it well, because it wasn't the way I wanted to handle it. I wanted to scream and kick things down and everything, but we pulled together and we've never been closer, really. I think those things do unite you. You know? As long as you don't get into the blame game, they work really well.
You change when you suddenly hit rock bottom. I mean, either you keep going down, and you do end it all, or something inside fundamentally changes. And I guess the catalyst was one night I actually had a dream. And I was dreaming that I saw this woman in a white dress. Then I realised she was actually walking along our lawn at Villa Botanica. And I went, wow, this is a bride. And when I woke up the next morning, I said to Ralph, what if we held weddings at Villa Botanica? And he looked at me like I was some loony, crazy woman. And
an apt belief, really.
After the dream, we set about preparing for our first wedding, which required massive landscaping works. There we were the night before the first wedding. It was about 10 o'clock, on our hands and knees, laying pebbles on the aisle that a bride was going to be walking down 17 hours later.
Yeah, using rapid set cement so that it would actually be dry and she wouldn't sink into it.
I remember at the time going, what the hell are we doing? In an industry we know nothing about. It all became clear the very next day, because I remember this group of people we didn't even know, about 80 people in our gardens, just looking at everything, pointing, talking to each other, hugging, laughing, having the time of their lives. And I remember feeling this incredible connection with them. Rebecca, our beautiful bride, she came up to us towards the end of the wedding and she said, the only thing missing from today was that my dad wasn't there. But I was just in your garden and I was standing there, and this beautiful blue Ulysses butterfly flew right past my face, and she said, I realised Dad was with me after all. And she said, thank you so much for allowing this day to happen for us. I realised then that creating beautiful weddings, providing environments of great natural beauty, and allowing people to get married the way they should be, where we're looking after everything. You know, our planning team is now organising, I've counted up 167 separate tasks, but the couple are unaware of that. Everything's happening seamlessly for them, so that they're really free to be present and in the moment and, you know, enjoying their wedding and in particular enjoying the company of the family and friends. It's just so important.